Hello, so this evening we're going to be making what is called a cottage pie in the UK. So it's kind of like a shepherd's pie, but slightly different in terms that shepherd's pies use lamb mince, whereas cottage pies use beef mince. So whilst that is kind of so that is a minor difference, but also is an important difference as well. Other than that, it's practically the same dish in my non-professional opinion. So this couldn't be entirely wrong, but for the sake of this, it's very similar to a shepherd's pie. It's basically mince with a top of mashed potatoes, essentially. So what we're going to use first is an onion and some carrots and some garlic. So first we're going to chop them up and then we're going to brown them. So now that we've got the vegetables chopped up, we're going to add a tablespoon of oil into the pan. And we're going to use that to brown the vegetables that have been chopped. You need to be careful when doing this that you do it over a low heat and that you keep stirring them to make sure that it doesn't actually burn the veggies, especially the onion, because onion goes very bitter if you burn it and you can really taste it, so you've got to try and avoid that. Once the veggies are softened, we're going to add 2 tablespoons of tomato puree. And we're also going to add 3 tablespoons of plain flour. Because it is sticking to the bottom of the pan more so than I'd anticipated, I'm going to add a little bit of the beef stock. At this point I'm also going to add the mince and brown it before the rest of the beef stock is added. So now that the mince has been browned and everything is doing well, I'm going to add the rest of the beef stock. So it's about 400 millilitres. I'm going to allow this to simmer for about 40 minutes and then hopefully the potatoes will be ready by then and then we can start preparing our little cottage pies. I'm also going to add 2 bay leaves to this just for flavour, but that's completely optional, you don't have to do that of course. So after the mince is cooking, the potatoes come next, and so what we're going to do with these is very simple. We're just going to chop them up into small chunks, put them in a pan, add some salt, add some water, and then boil them for about 10 to 12 minutes until they're soft, and then mash them. Add some butter, add some milk maybe, and then we'll put the pies together. While you can remove the skins if you like a smoother mash, like with apple skins, I'm not fussed with skin, so I always leave it on. It adds a bit of texture to the potato, which I quite like, so that's what I'm going to do today. So now that the mashed potato is ready and the mince is ready, we're going to put them into these little dishes and then put a little bit of cheese over them and bake them in the oven at 200 degrees for about 25 minutes until the tops are golden. So with the remaining mince and potato, I'm going to make a bigger pie. So just to make sure that they're all used up, I'm going to make that into this glass dish. And yeah, hopefully they cook nicely and there'll be something that my family can enjoy. In this potato, I only added a little bit of milk and some cream cheese, mixed it together and with a little bit of salt and pepper, and that's all. So big mix, it's all quite smooth with the pieces of potato skin, which is going to be quite nice, and that's all.